Well, hello, fellow traveler. Good to bump into an ally on the road. This is a very special download coming in for those who are supporters of the channel. This is a bonus read and a way for me to say thank you for the many ways you have showed up, come through to support the channel, whether that's through membership or booking a personal reading with me or through your donations, buying me a cup of coffee, if you've been hyping up my videos, or if you are a subscriber. This is specifically for those who have lifted me up in this work so I can show up here and get the messages out to the public, to the greater collective, but specifically I am tuning in to the collective of supporters here at the channel. And it's interesting, this shuffling is coming up against some blockages. Okay, we're going to do a little esoteric read here just to see what's going on that level for you all. Get a little spiritual guidance for navigating energetic challenges you may be coming up against. I am pulling from the Angel Tarot and the Occult Tarot here, so we might go a bit out there with it. This is what I call my Angels and Imps deck. But in the pre-shuffle, what was really coming through for you all is that you've gotten through certain trials. You do have spiritual allies on your side. They are protecting you against impious people. They're protecting you specifically against slander, those who would try to tarnish your name. I do feel like there's a reconciliation that's coming in here. It's something that's a bit of a complicated connection, I feel. This is somebody who maybe allied themselves with somebody who was speaking out against you. They were injured in the process through that alliance, and so they're starting to see something a little bit differently. It's up to you whether or not you want to let this character back into the fold of your particular storyline. But I do see that this person could be a good familiar for you, okay? It was coming through very positively here, and that you don't need to really stress out about this. This person may be asking you for your assistance, maybe in healing something. I do feel like they've been negatively impacted by who they were aligned with. And there is an impression here that this person was aligned against you at one point because they took the bait, you know? They did get roped in by what a certain individual was telling them about you. Now, I don't feel that this is somebody that you were extremely close to, okay? This might have been somebody who was more like an acquaintance, somebody who knew who you were. You'd probably crossed paths before, but this isn't like a deep friendship. Because let's call it out as it is. If somebody is a true friend of yours and they hear something disparaging about you, they're not just going to go and run with that and jump on some smear campaign. They're going to have the wherewithal to approach you, talk openly with you about what they heard, and give you an opportunity to say your piece. And if that's not the case, then they're in a questionable alliance. And this is not the case here, okay? This is somebody that you are familiar with, and they were aligned with people who were against you in some way, shape, or form. And they sort of drank the Kool-Aid, but they got injured in the process through who they aligned with here, and now they're coming to you. They may also want your assistance. They feel like you have certain knowledge that can help them as far as maybe lifting something or helping them navigate a tricky situation with a character that I feel you have tangoed with before. Okay, so let's get some details here about this energy, what's coming in. But I do feel like you're at a position of rest, and there's something that's secured for you here. You did pass over a particular hurdle, and your energy is freeing up right now. So you're starting to experience a lot of upliftment on your path. Things are going more smoothly. You made some decisive cuts, and As a result, you're really feeling more expansion in the energy than has been familiar to you for a while now. And as I went into that, it was 444 on the clock. So there's a lot of blessing energy around you. There's a lot of synchronicity coming in. There's a lot of signposts. If you're paying attention, and you do have some angels on the outfield watching out for you. So you're already ahead of the game here, where people are playing games. And we're just going to get some more details coming in. But I mean, I am noticing like there's a lot of attempts to block energy here. That's what I feel. And I think it's just because people are moving in more subversive ways. So when intentions aren't clear, that can create blockages if you buy into that. But I think you're navigating this just fine. Let's get some details here. What's coming in here? The Hermit. Yes, you did cut something off. You gave something enough time to transform. You sat with it long enough. You sorted through it. I do see there's been an ending here. You had to separate the wheat from the chaff. You did glean a certain harvest. I feel you got a lot of wisdom here. And there's some hurdle that you never have to jump over again as a result of this. Coming in with Virgo energy, also South Node matter. Yeah, there's something here you alchemized. You did go through a transformation. And this has allowed you to sort of sit at the helm and steer your course. You're the one who's directing your course forward here. It's up to you how events unfold moving forward, and you do have assistance, spiritual assistance that's going to help you progress further. I also feel like there's a lot of spiritual growth coming onto your path. Seven of Cups, okay? There's something here about time. Something about time in relation to what you're pondering here. There's something you're contemplating. And there is a matter that's being weighed out in spiritual court, you could say, in the ether right now. And it's about to be called. I feel like there's a judgment call coming through here. Right now, you might not see that. You might be questioning how things are going to roll out, how things are going to balance out. You may feel like there's been some progress, like the energy's lined up, but you're still not seeing certain results you thought you would see by now. As a result of certain things you've released, certain things that you have transformed. And I think that this is about to come on through for you. Very soon, the truth is going to be known. You're really going to be able to see clearly what's been illusory and what is real and what's rolling out here. So let's get some more details for you. If you're wondering when are we there? Are we there yet? You know, everything does come through, as they say, in divine timing. And a lot of times that can feel like it's taking forever, especially in terms of how humans relate to the concept of time. It is just a belief construct, but seriously, those last sands of the hourglass are just about to fall. And there is a judgment coming through here. You're about to get some answers to some questions about the past that you've been pondering for a long time. Things that you have certain intuitive knowledge about. What you find out here does put you in a position of power. It does give you momentum that will carry you forward. I do see that a journey is about to open up for you. You're not going to be held back here. And there's a certain dignity that's being restored to you. And it's not something that's just an inside recognition. There's something that is going to be recognized by others here. There's a way that you're very publicly going to be lifted up that will be undeniable. I feel like that alone is going to sort out a lot that's been ambiguous up to this point. You're going to find favor here, and you might be surprised that you've actually won over some who were against you at one point, okay? Now, this could be that energy that came in that I picked up on, that you do have somebody coming in that was more of just an acquaintance, somebody that was familiar with you, but you were never really close with this person. And yet they were aligned with somebody who swayed them over to their side of perspective in relation to you, something that was a distortion. And they may know about some kind of smear campaign or just Suspect intentions that were focused in your direction here, that they are letting you know about, but the way that they're starting to question those questionable alliances is that they found that they've also become injured. They may even find that the same games that have been played with you are starting to be turned upon them, and that's why they're coming towards you, I feel. So you might decide that you are going to hear this person out. You might be open to actually working with this person, all right? It does say that they will be faithful to you. You know, this is somebody who has loyalty to you now in relation to what they've learned. And it's coming in with the energy of that Seven of Cups. So Seven of Cups, Three of Pentacles. This is something that can grow. There's something that can be nurtured here. And there is a chariot forward. There's movement forward in relation to this individual. There is a workable arrangement here. And together, this energy makes the Wheel of Fortune. So this is when something can finally turn in a more positive direction. I think because they can give you certain insight that maybe things that you've intuitive, but you haven't had confirmation. I feel like this person is going to be honest with you. Coming in with the energies of Sagittarius, Gemini, Cancer here, okay? Give me some more details about this for the collective. Now those signs could be your sign. This could be the sign of somebody approaching you. This could have something to do with those houses as well. So this may be the start of you really finding who you are aligned with, the people who do have your back, who is loyal to you. This might be somebody who used to be an open enemy that is now coming over to your camp, wants to form some kind of alliance, some kind of partnership. And this is an opportunity to move into more expansion, take up more territory, and have a more optimistic view. Coming in with the Ace of Swords is the crossing energy. So I don't think that they're going to deny that at one point they were aligned with people that were doing suspect things in relation to you. I think they'll be honest about that, but they're starting to see things very differently. And I feel like this person feels aligned with you. They've seen sort of like the proof is in the pudding. How you've shown up has completely dismantled the narrative around you. Okay, so somebody's seeing you more accurately now. Again, coming in with strong Gemini energy here. Also justice. Okay, justice. There's balance here. I think this person wants to give you this perspective, to give you the upper hand in a situation where they feel like you've been operating at a disadvantage. They may even view you as the underdog, okay, which is kind of funny because I feel like you've already alchemized something, you've risen above something here. I do think this person has your best interest at heart. It's not coming through as negative, but they do want to give you certain insights so that you're well aware of what you do need to cut off and leave behind. They want to free you from some kind of complication here. Bottom of the deck, coming in with a Hermit energy again. Virgo energy here. They also may view you in this way, sort of like you've been navigating something on your own, moving through a difficult experience on your own. They feel like you have a lot of knowledge here. You have a lot of awareness. You have a lot of insight. They think that you're very intuitive, but they do want to confirm certain things for you. They feel like that's important, that you're not having to just sort of trust your intuition on something, but actually that you're getting confirmation that you were on the mark with something here. Where there's been an injustice that you do need to know about, okay? Libra energy, they want to help balance the scales here. Something's been in the dark, something's been held in a process of suspended animation for quite a while. It's been preventing a renewal energy from coming in for you. And yet, though you are gathering some momentum in regard to this, there's more that you should have on your side here. And so they're putting you in the loop. They're bringing something to light here. They want to give you more of the backstory. It's like you do know certain characters that have fallen from grace in your eyes. Like you don't feel the same camaraderie with these individuals that you used to. But they want to give you the backstory. It's like this person wants to give you the details here about what's happened. Okay. It might also have something to do with clearing their conscience as well. They feel like they owe this to you. They may also want to clear their name, you know, explain to you why they hopped on that bandwagon, just to make things clear. All right, let's get some more details here about this. Crossing energy, Page of Cups. This is somebody who is approaching with a lot of sensitivity. They know that they have to be careful about how they approach you. I think they anticipate you're automatically going to have your hackles up here. This is somebody who's an alchemist in and of themselves. They might be Sagittarius. We do have the owl medicine coming out with them. Owl is connected with Sagittarius on the medicine wheel. They know that there's been a lot of deception here, so you're kind of on the fence as to whether or not you can really buy into what this person has to say. It's like they know that you're going to question them. They know you're going to question them, Empress. Okay? Yes, because you do have a certain level of traction here as far as the road you've traveled down in terms of what you've been navigating here, your spiritual path, your growth, right? You do have certain insight. You also know where certain treasures are hidden. And I don't know, you know, that may be why you're uncertain if you should trust this advance. You might wonder if you can really let this influence in because of who they've been aligned with. So I think you have a lot of suspicion when this comes towards you. You may wonder, are you just kind of like trying to get information out of me? How can I be certain that you're not going to go and run off to those people you were aligned with before? Okay. You know, but I do see this energy with the owl. It's coming in as the great horned owl, which tends to be more of a protective force when aligned with against malevolent energies, you know. There can be energies of deception that come in with the owl medicine. There can be trickery that comes in, but for me, great horned owl is a symbol of somebody who has a fighting spirit. Like the energy can be trusted as far as putting you in the loop and giving you an accurate understanding of what's been at play here. But I think this is going to be a bit challenging because I do see there's something here that can be a little confusing because of, it may have something to do with time. There's a lot of indication there. Like I keep seeing this imagery of the angels pointing to the hourglass. Like there's been a lot of time that's passed here. And that may be the thing that questions you. See, I see this energy is crossing. So it's sort of like, do you let this in or not? This is what's coming through pretty strongly. Do you let this in or not? Comes in with the Queen of Cups energy. Somebody who's really good with their words. They really know how to put a spin on something here. The presentation looks very polished, okay? Water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, strong Pisces. wanting to balance something out. Wanting to balance something out. I feel like they're offering up some information in order to try to balance something out. They're saying they'll fulfill your requests. Whatever you request of them to sort of pass your test, they'll assist you with that. 10 of Cups. You do need to be aware of a complicated arrangement that's in place in this situation. And it may involve two people that are still aligned with each other, which I find interesting because I do feel like somebody's approaching you and they want to put you in the loop of something, and yet they're still connected to this individual that was problematic in some way. They haven't completely severed a connection there. So that can be a little bit compromising, even if somebody has the best of intentions. And I don't know if they're approaching you to try to say, well, let's align with each other against this individual or this group of people. I don't think that that's the best way to go about something, because that's going to pull you into some drama. It also really lowers your energy. You know what I mean? It's like there's no vindication in that. If you've already alchemized something, you've gone beyond a challenge and you're already ahead on your road. You've already gained certain wisdom. You've learned certain lessons. You've transcended certain obstacles. Teaming up with somebody who says they want to be your ally to take somebody else down, that actually lowers the vibe, man. You know what I mean? It actually takes you back into some South Node stuff. I feel like your 10 of Cups really relies on you staying focused on the North Node and where you're going. You got stag energy on your side, and your stag has wings, you know? It's like you got a certain level of elevation here, and this could pull you back down, because I feel like the Queen of Cups is trying to appeal to your vanity, you know, put a real good spin on it. May even be telling you that this character is what's blocking you. Maybe pointing out somebody that they're saying is the deceptive force. See, because the Page of Cups is coming in. I feel like they're speaking about a Sagittarius or somebody who works in the occult, somebody who is an alchemist, somebody who has knowledge of these things. I feel like they're marking somebody here, but I don't think it's the Sagittarian approaching. To me, it feels like it's this Queen of Cups, and they put a real good spin on things. Could be any water sign energy, but it does come out strong Pisces energy. It does not have to be a Pisces, though. It could be relating to the 12th house. So there could be a blind spot here, is what I really want to illuminate to you. This person's really good at making you feel like they're giving you some inside information, that there's an alliance here, that they're on your side. Maybe they can help you get where you want to go faster. But it says that this individual also knows how to create thunder and great storms. They can bring a tower. And the thing is you've already gotten access to certain divine secrets. There's certain things you already do have knowledge of. And maybe they're not aware of that. Right? 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is what's on the line for you. You're about to come into some fulfillment. You're getting where you've wanted to go for a long time. And you've been getting there on your own just fine. So I don't really know if you need this assistance or not. And yet there's something coming in here about there is an ally that you can trust here. So let me get some clues about this. Who is the alliance that can be trusted? So there might be two, because we do see this sort of Virgo energy, which I find interesting because Virgo is currently in the South Node. And then we got this Piscean energy coming in. Pisces is connected with the North Node. So there may be an approach from two different camps coming in here, One keeps you anchored in the south node just as you're on the rise. The other helps facilitate the opening of the road to the north node through the information they provide. I do feel like that's what this is. Okay, so let me get some details here. Who is the character coming toward the collective that anchors one to the south node, that should be viewed with more questioning? I feel like that's how it's coming through. Maybe they did get injured by somebody they were aligned with, but, you know, that might be part of their lesson to learn. You know, you don't necessarily need to save this person from that. I mean, you had to navigate something here. You had to figure something out, sort through something. Rather challenging, it seems. Okay, it actually is giving me information here about the south node. It's coming in with the Chariot. It could be a Cancer, okay? The name Michael could be of significance. I think this person is saying, this is the south node energy though, okay? So this person is saying that they have some information that can help you overcome adversity you've been facing. And this energy is all coming out, crossing in connection with this Chariot energy here. So with this, we got a Tower, okay? They might be warning you of a tower to come. Yes. This person's coming to warn you of some kind of disruption that's up ahead, some kind of tower that's planned. Could be coming in with the energy of Scorpio, Aries, Aquarius. The information that they can provide, it is aligned with truth. It's a fiery sword of truth. So it's something that you can actually use for your benefit. You can use this to take an action that's very aligned with your will. I feel because they're giving you certain receipts here. Comes in with the energy of the Hermit again. See, the Hermit showed up before. So this may be somebody, so South Node matter, okay? They are telling you about something that went down here. It might be of a spiritual nature. They might be telling you about some spiritual work here. It's possible. They may feel that they have some advice for you about some spiritual work you can do to free yourself from a situation. Yeah, that's where it gets a little bit questionable here, because they may think that's the answer, but I don't think you need to throw anything in this direction whatsoever. This opened up very clearly that you already transcended something, you've already alchemized something. They may be trying to give you a heads up, thinking that if they let you know about something that was planned or some work that was done, that can gain favor. But I think that's only going to rope you back into this cycle. King of Cups coming in here. It's strong water sign energy. Could be a Cancer. Could be a Cancer. It doesn't have to be. It could be a mother. It could be the mother of somebody involved that's still in this energy. I feel like maybe that's why there's that attachment there. It could be the mother of somebody who's still engaged in this kind of like South Node behavior, and they're tipping you off about this. Energies coming in around this. We got Cancer very strongly. We have Scorpio. We have Aquarius, Aries. Water sign energy is really strong here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, as well as Virgo, okay? The name Michael could be of significance. Doesn't have to be, but I do feel like you have protection here. You'll be able to sort through this, because I was asking about the energy that was attached to the South Node. So, I mean, this person could have good intention. They certainly could. They could be the mother of a child that is still connected somehow to one of these characters in the mix. Maybe to somebody you used to be romantically involved with here. And because of that, there's a little bit of complication here where if you tie your fortunes with this person, it really could pull you back into some South Node mess. That's what I feel. I don't necessarily think that this person has negative intentions. I do think that they're trying to alert you and put you in the loop of some issues here, things that could be coming your way. But I feel like you already got your Chariot here. You have protection on your side. 30:33 on the clock. You already have protection on your side. You're already moving into greater expansion here. You already have spiritual assistance here. 30:44 on the clock. I don't think you need to tie your fortunes to this individual. I don't think you need to bring them along for the ride. I think whatever they have to sort out here in relation to what they got tied to, they need to figure that out for themselves, okay? I feel that very strongly because you've already transcended something here. So I'm not saying this person is a bad person or that they have any kind of negative intentions. I do feel like they're trying to do the right thing here. They're trying to give you a heads up, but there's something here that you don't need a heads up around it. It's almost like putting your focus there, putting your awareness there, it brings you back into a loop of drama that you left miles behind. I feel that really strongly, okay? So that doesn't mean that you can't, give this person some words of support or encouragement. Maybe you can give this person some insight that you have to share about how they can transcend this, okay, themselves on their own, walking their own path. And that came in with 3144. So 444 there, triple fours, it does come to 12, the 12th house. So, you might actually be more helpful for them, illuminating their blind spot, just showing them like, look, this isn't the way to deal with this situation. Here, let me give you some benefit of the doubt. Let me give you some insight about how you can transcend this limitation. Because I do feel like this individual has been injured by this group of people or whoever this was that's been causing problems for you. But it's important that they step into that place of empowerment on their own. So maybe you can give them some insight, but I think leave them to it, okay? Don't team up with them to go against these people because you're not even engaged in this. That's what I feel. You left behind a conflict, okay? So this is the energy attached to the South Node. Let me see the energy now that's attached to the North Node, because there is an ally coming in here for you. And this is somebody that maybe is meant to join you on the road ahead. Who is the ally that is connected to the North Node coming in for the collective here? Give me insight about this. Who is the ally coming forward? This is really interesting. It's the same energy crossing. Someone who feels like they need to come to your defense. But this is what's weird because it landed here where it's crossing your 10 of Cups. And it's really all in alignment with this Page of Cups. It's Page of Cups again. So this is somebody who feels like they need to defend you, like you can't defend yourself, which I find really interesting. Because, how can I put this? When you've had to walk a path alone and you've had to navigate something really heavy and really tricky, and maybe this is your path to walk. This is your opportunity to rise in your own right, on your own merit. Somebody coming in feeling like they have to defend you, they have to be the ones to set you free from some fuckery that, they were connected to at one point. Like, I'm sorry, but not only is it not really helpful, it's actually counterproductive, and it takes away some of that empowerment that you've gained. It's almost like they're taking you down a few pegs. They may think that they're doing the righteous thing, but you don't need this person to defend you. You already alchemized something here. I think you're well aware of the challenges you've been navigating. This person feels that they can give you some kind of comfort or consolation by protecting you from your enemies. You don't need their protection, though. You got this. So do you see what I mean? It's like they want to put you in a role of being a victim. And you're not a victim, collective. You've already been empowered. So I don't think you really need this. And again, it comes through as both of these quarters here, okay? It's coming through as strong water on both sides, all right? And so that's interesting because it's almost wanting to come in as two separate energies, which I find interesting, right? It is interesting because maybe this person has two different faces. They have two different sides. They could be one and the same people. This person could be a little two-faced. They could be. They might do that. They may play both ends to the middle. They may be somebody who straddles the divide. Like they won't make a firm judgment. They won't take a firm stance on any particular side. They want to have a foot in both camps. I don't think that works in this situation because whatever you're navigating, you had to overcome it on your own. And if they were going to really be by your side, it does feel like, you know, it's a little late in coming to your aid, especially with the convenience of the timing after you've already overcome something. This is really up to you, but I think what you need to understand, because this is how it's really coming through, and I'm going to get confirmation here. Is this the scenario? Is this the same person? Is this the same person? And yes, maybe they did go through a transformation and they feel like they have to defend you because they feel you're unaware of something that I feel like you're actually already aware of. But they're trying to put you in more of a disadvantaged position. Do you know what I mean? There's something you already overcame here. So it's almost insulting at this point that you would need them to overcome something or to defend them that you've already risen above. And actually, I think it more works to their benefit. Like they need you to say, yes, help me, because it actually works out for them because they got injured in relation to this situation. You get it? Get what I'm saying here? Again, I would say, let this person, you know, handle their own affairs like you did, you know? That's what I would say. I'm just going to confirm, is this the same person? And see, it's wanting to head south. 6 of Swords. This is the same person. See, the thing is now they're finding that they are dealing with the same troubles that you dealt with in the situation. They're unable to free themselves from a complicated alliance. They might need your assistance, but it's sort of like being presented as, I'm here to help you, and you don't need their help. That's what I feel this is. That's what I feel this is. Yeah, they're casting a perception of unity, a perception of alliance here to protect you against accidents, to help bring your healing. But do you see what I mean? It's like you've already healed and they're trying to take credit for your healing. This person needs to heal themselves, okay? I mean, bless their heart, all right? Bless their heart. They may think that they're doing the right thing, okay? But they don't recognize how disempowering that is, that they're trying to take credit for your healing. Like, It's almost like this person's trying to play the role of being a savior to you. And it's like, you already saved yourself. You already got some favor here. You're already on your way. All right. I would say just be compassionate, okay, in regard to this. There is a way to keep a boundary line and say, hey, you know, I appreciate you coming clean with me. I appreciate you giving me this information, but I'm already aware. I've already overcome this. And I recommend that you just disengage yourself, you know, and work on healing from how you've been impacted by this situation. You know what I mean? You don't need to kind of lower yourself to a level of now joining forces with this person to get even with this other individual or this group of people. It's just not necessary. I feel like you've already risen above this. You don't need to go and do any kind of workings or, you know, you just don't. Like, this energy isn't affecting you. Yeah, no. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. You've already laid this to rest. You've already laid this to rest. And you already got this elevation. And the elevation you got is your protection from any plans that could be set against you. It really is true. You know, whatever anybody is planning here, it doesn't really matter because you're not connected to this anymore. It has no power over you at all. You have no power here. That's how it's coming through. I have to tell you. Yeah. It's just your perspective. You staying in this place of elevation, a perspective, and freeing yourself from all of these entanglements and being willing to just let it go and cut it off, not needing to enter into any kind of argument or getting any kind of lick back or any of that. I don't even feel like you're invested in that, like it's not important to you. And that's the right perspective. That's what really frees you from these entanglements. It frees you from the crossroads, you know, that alone. The position you're holding right now, the line you're holding right now, that's what destroys an enemy's thoughts and desires and all they have built against you. You see? And it's also what opens the road to you coming into alignment with true good familiars. I do feel like you got good quality traveling companions coming your way. Okay? But if you allow yourself to head down this road with this individual, if you get roped into that, which I feel like if you do, it's coming from more of a place of egoic gratification. And that's really going to undo all of this work you've been doing, everything that you've transformed here, the progress you're starting to feel, okay? It's going to put you in a position of loss, just as you got your power back, just as the journey started to open for you. So I would really consider that strongly before you let this in. Of course, you got to make your own judgment call. You got to do what's right for you. This is your will. This is your path. This is your journey, okay? But I do think you are getting information about people who are struggling with some losses because of how they acted against you. Again, you know, we all make mistakes in our lives and we all face challenges. And sometimes, you know, you really got to show up and save yourself. And I think there's also compassion in that. Maybe not everybody recognizes that, but sometimes you have to let people learn their lessons the hard way. And you can't come in and enter the fray of that and sort that out. They got to sort it out for themselves. I do feel like you already tried to sort something out. You already tried to move through something and do it in such a way where it could bring others together. And you had to cut yourself free from something here. And just as you're getting free, don't get roped back into this. I feel that very strongly. Am I hearing that accurately, angels? Just want to confirm. Let the angels take the wheel here. Let the higher forces take the wheel here. Is that correct? We got the angels and the imps weighing in on this. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I like this. You know, it's kind of funny. You got both the angels and the imps saying that's correct. Queen of Wands energy here coming in pretty strongly. It's interesting because this energy is also on a camel, just like that Empress energy was on, that knows where the treasures are, okay? You already have certain lessons under your belt. This is what the imps are telling you. You've already learned certain lessons about holding power, what it means to hold power, what it means to lose power, what it means to give your power away, what it means to go and reclaim it, to retrieve it. You now got your power back in your hands. And the imps are saying there may be those who desire to know what you've learned the hard way. But you shouldn't fall for that, because everybody has to retrieve their power through their own means. That's part of it. That's part of these lessons of alchemy. You can't get assistance in calling your power back. Each individual needs to do that for themselves. Nobody's going to save you. You do have to save yourself. And so I think this is about you not only really being in this place of dignity that you've restored for yourself, because nobody can give you that dignity. This is about you sitting in that place of awareness that you did go on that journey. You did call your power back. And in letting this go, you're also giving this individual, these individuals, the same opportunity to recognize, wow, I really gave my power away to some drama, some competition, some struggle, and it allows them to have the same opportunity to quest for their power as you had to. You see what I mean? So it's mutuality here. It's like they want to come in and say, let me help you. Let me help you heal. It's like, no, help me help you. I'm going to let you go through the same journey of transformation I had to go through, because that's truly the compassionate thing. I can't give you your power back. You can't give me my power back. That's an inside job. And that's how you can be a good familiar to this person. Let them quest for the retrieval of their power. Queen of Wands energy there, okay? And then the angels are verifying that. Time's up. Death. You released something, so let it rest. Don't go digging up old ghosts here. 47 on the clock. 11:11. You are already seated in your power. You already got your vehicle forward. You rose above the challenges of the past. You alchemized something here. Time is on your side. And you're going to see this very soon, because you have to truly let this end in order to open up to your rebirth. And the rebirth is nigh. Yes. Stay the course with this one, okay? It's what's going to give you health and longevity on the path ahead, and also align you with the appropriate traveling companions. Very powerful energy. Okay, let me see. What do I want to bring in here? I do want to bring in like sort of an overarching theme about what's up ahead as you release this to the South Node and let it transform. Wow, bottom of the deck, Angel's Trumpet, Judgment Call. You see, you're already heading through your initiation into rebirth right now. Coming in with the energy of Pluto and Mars, Scorpio energy. Just as I say that, see Ted swanning in. Just a moment here. Come on in, Ted. Yeah, so that's what it is. They know this. They know that you're about to head through your rebirth cycle here, and they want to come along for that ride because they're facing the death. But you truly have recovered some clarity here. You've recovered a bit of your magic, your empowerment, and you got a portal of transformation that you've recently passed through. So don't go back out the other side to the place you already traveled through to, you know, help somebody else get through that portal of transformation, because the reality is, in actuality, you can't do that. Initiation is something that one undergoes on their own. Nobody goes through initiation with you. Even if you have somebody who's acting as a guide, that's a road you walk alone, right? So what I would say to this individual, they may be somebody that has strong fire, strong water in their chart. I would just say Godspeed. Godspeed. And thanks for putting me in the loop. Thanks for being honest with me. And I wish you well, but I'm good. I'm good. I got this. 51 on the clock. Yes. Yes, that's the correct action to take, because you've already transformed something here. And this gives them the opportunity to rise into their own strength and empowerment too. Okay? I feel that very, very, very powerfully in relation to this. So let me get an overarching theme here about what is opening up for you as you let this go. If you follow that guidance and you let this go, and you do so with compassion, you do so with awareness, you do so with clarity, what opens up for you? Look at that. Your journey is what opens up for you. Healing is what opens up for you. And synchronicity comes through for you. And it activates a new vision, and you get to see the promise on the other side of the storm that you move through. This is the acquisition of the cauldron of Dagda, and a new journey opens up for you. The road is free and clear ahead. Beautiful confirmation there. So you have a lot of forces aligned with you right now. Crossing energy. Look at that. See, initiation. You're already going through an initiation, but see, this is when you're going through an initiation into the beauty of the healing, the beauty of the sun-moon synergy. Look at that. So beautiful. Coming in with blue lotus. And this is a yes from spirit. There's so much that's about to pour into you. But I feel that this is what it's about. It's like really getting that, really understanding the lesson of what it means to go through that kind of challenge, what it means to go on that journey of recovering your power and rising above a karmic lesson and having the strength and the courage to continue to stay the course and not to feel any sense of codependency or like you have to go back into the fray of something you've already transcended, especially when it involves somebody who, I mean, it looks like they were aligned against you. I mean, they have to learn their lessons too. And you may feel a lot of sympathy around that because you know what it's like to have to go through that rough stretch of road. But why should you delay your deliverance? That's how it's really coming through. This is an Ace of Cups coming in for you. This is the miraculous chalice, something that's going to pour into you. It's going to overflow through your heart. It's going to be your waterway that carries you forward here. It's really beautiful. Look, it brings in so much radiance, transformation into your life. And again, you're marching ahead. You're already ahead of the hunt. Like there's a moment of victory, celebration, something to toast coming in here. Let it all burn. Let it all come down. You're well on your way. You're coming into your sun. You already got through this challenge and you're on the bridge that really unites you with your highest timeline here. And those fears, those fears are behind you, but there's those who are in fear that are trying to catch up with you because they want to hitch a ride. And it doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. So you're well on your way here. And there's a lot that's about to warm up your life and bring the light back into your life in the most beautiful way. So don't look back now. Don't look back now. The 5 and the 2, it makes 7. You already got your Chariot. I love how there's like the rainbow symbolism that keeps coming through so strongly for you. You don't need to get pulled back into the storm. You already have your alignment here. Cut of the deck to cap it off. Yeah, here you are, right at the beginning with purity, brand new beginning. Again, you're about to enter your place in the sun. You're getting back to simplicity. And there's something here you already alchemized. So you got a beautiful road open for you. Okay, just keep going where you're going. Right? And we do have sensuality coming through here too. Ooh, okay. Coming in with Neptune and Venus. All right. Currently, Neptune is in Aries. So I feel like this is a dream. It's kind of a very sensual sort of experience. There's a lot you're picking up with your senses. There's a lot you're picking up intuitively. You're starting to see your dream manifest. There's something you pulled out of the ether and it's anchoring in material reality. Came in with 5611 on the clock. 1111. 1111 is a synchronicity for you. And there may be very special experiences ahead for you. I do feel there's a lot more pleasure coming into your life. You're not heading down a garden path. It's more like entering into that Garden of Eden, this like paradise on earth. Something that you dreamed of, something that's your equivalent of paradise on earth is coming through for you. And there also may be somebody quite special that you're aligning with here. Somebody rather dreamy, okay? But this is the rebirth of Venus. So just as the love starts to break through what's been a really difficult cycle for you, don't go back into the darkness to sort through something you've already put behind you. I think that's in your best interest. And quite confirmation. I mean, to hear the confirmation coming through not only the angels, but the imps. Yeah. I mean, I think even the imps are saying, well done. So stay the course, because it looks like you found favor from both the shadow and light. So that's true alchemy right there. And all I have to say to you is Godspeed. You done good.